Hey sports fans, how's it going? So we're in the final weeks of the NFL season and people are starting to wonder, who is the most valuable player? Right now, in my mind, there's only two contenders for the most valuable player this year, and that is quarterback Peyton Manning for the Denver Broncos and halfback Adrian Peterson for the Minnesota Vikings. Although Adrian Peterson and Peyton Manning are showing to have great seasons, that's not the big thing people are really talking about. The big thing people are talking about is how they're doing so well despite the fact they're coming off years where they were sidelined because of injury. Peyton Manning came back from neck surgery and took a year off in Indianapolis. This resulted in a trade to the Denver Broncos. And throughout this season, Peyton Manning has shown that his neck is fine, he can still throw accurately, and he can take almost any offense deep into the playoffs. This is a quarterback that can do damage wherever he goes. And then you have Adrian Peterson, who tore his ACL back in late December of last year and came back at the beginning of this season. And although people thought, yes, he still could be a factor for the Minnesota Vikings, nobody could have predicted how well he would be doing this year. Right now, he's got 3 games left, and he has almost 150 yards to go before he breaks his personal best. And he's a mere 600 yards short of the NFL record. Although nobody is expecting him to break that record, it is worth noting. Well, Peyton Manning, he's having a great year. He's being stable, he's been accurate, he has shown he can deliver in the clutch, he has shown that he is still an elite quarterback, and that no matter where he goes, on any team, he can take him into the playoffs. And Adrian Peterson is showing that he is having his best year yet. He is averaging over 120 yards in a game and over 5 yards per run. That is his personal best, and he leads the league in total rushing yards. So statistically speaking, both these men are playing almost at their best, and they have really delivered for both of their offenses. The question here is, who should be MVP? You look at Peyton Manning. He's won 4 MVPs in his career. He is an 11-time Pro Bowler. He's even won a Super Bowl. This man really is probably the greatest quarterback of all time. No, I'm gonna scratch that. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. And Adrian Peterson is showing that no matter how many men are put in the box, whether it's 8, 9, it doesn't even matter if there's even 20 there, Adrian Peterson is still gonna get yardage. He seems to find a way to get that big playoff, even though the design of the play is meant to stop Adrian Peterson specifically. Why isn't Adrian Peterson running in the Olympics? This man is the most dominant runner I've ever seen. He could probably beat that guy from Jamaica if he wanted to. But what defines MVP? In my mind, MVP means the person who can best contribute to the team's needs as well as perform at a level that is cut above the rest. Obviously, both of these men are performing at the top of their game, and they are clearly a cut above the rest. However, who is contributing more to their team? In my mind, it only belongs to one person, and that is Adrian Peterson. You look at Peyton Manning, and yes, he is contributing to his team. He is bringing this team into a Super Bowl contender again. But you have to consider, last year, the Denver Broncos did get into the playoffs with Tim Tebow. This team was already well formed and ready to go into the playoffs, with or without Peyton Manning. The fact that Peyton Manning is there just simply helps him a little bit to almost assure them that they will get into the playoffs. But Adrian Peterson, on the other hand, is the only reason why the Vikings have gone as far as they have. He has been the total offense. As Christian Ponder continues to struggle, Adrian Peterson has picked up the slack to get big yardage in games, his biggest being 210 rushing yards against the Green Bay Packers just a few short weeks ago. This man is the leader of the offense, and is just the main guy to get this team motivated, to get the job done. He is the only reason why this team is even in the playoff hunt as it sits right now. And the thing is, Peyton Manning had a full year to recover from his neck surgery, while Adrian Peterson, on the other hand, pretty much only took half a year. When Adrian Peterson said he would come back, I didn't doubt him. I just didn't think he could do as well as a job as he's done this year with the Minnesota Vikings. I thought it may take some time for him to get back into the groove of things. But obviously I was mistaken, and I think everybody else thought that this is absolutely insane. For those of people that gambled and put him on their fantasy teams, that gamble paid off big. Nobody thought he would be as great as he is right now. An MVP must not only have great skill in what they're doing, but they have to have the ability to carry their team as far as they can go. Without Adrian Peterson, the Minnesota Vikings would be in dead last. of the NFC North. So in conclusion, in my mind, Adrian Peterson is the most valuable player.